We are in the ancient agora of Smyrna. In Revelation 2, it talks about Smyrna, the suffering church, modern day Israel.
Have a pony ride. It's in a carriage.
Pony ride. Here we are in Ephesus.
And here is a statue of Artemis that created such a stir when Paul was preaching in the amphitheater, and there was a riot among all the artisans who were making their livelihood from building and crafting up these in silver, and so they wanted to stop Paul and actually have him arrested and thrown out of the city because it was ruining their businesses. So here's a typical statue of Artemis.
Here we are walking through Hercules Gate. Tony, Patsy, Dennis, our tour guide. Here we are in Ephesus at the Library of Selcuk, the third largest library in Turkey. Bergama was the second largest. I'm not sure what the first largest was.
It's Alexandria.
Oh, Alexandria.
So this was a tomb, really a tomb rather than a library, for the commemoration of Tiberius Celsus Polemarchus. And his son built all this up, and it's a representation of this type of architecture that was around during the time of Emperor Hadrian. So it was built around 100 AD.
What about these statues?
Well, between the doors there are 4 statues, and they're representing the symbol of wisdom, fortune, science, and virtue.
Wow.
Very interesting basis of philosophy. In that latter part of the Greek period, which had been like 300, 200, 100 BC, Augustus came in here and he had a monument built to him. He was the same emperor that was alive during the first culture. And so then Paul was here in 50.
Here at the terrace houses, built along the hillside for only 5 families. Their houses were huge. They didn't have any windows, but they got light from above.
Oh, wow.
This is right across from Hadrian's temple. They're still intact from these terraced homes. Okay, here comes Dennis and Tony out of the church that
They didn't find the Holy Water.
they believe that Mary lived in a house right here.
I could feel it.
That she died here because she was left to be in the care of
John the Baptist.
Saint John.
He was to be extremely careful not to get caught by the pagans.
Tomb of the
When the
7
man entered
sleepers.
Ephesus, he noticed with great astonishment there were crosses on many buildings. These men
and
began to
women.
pray, and during their prayer time they became overcome with great sleepiness. When they were found sleeping in the cave, at the behest of the emperor, the entrance of the cave was sealed. These holy youths.
They went to sleep for
Numerous graves
300
appeared, and
years.
the catacombs were built.
Artemision was the most important sanctuary of Ephesus. The massive temple of Artemis counted as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
The last standing pillar of the temple of Artemis, with the castle in the background and the church of St. John, the ruins there. Bird's nest on top of the last standing pillar of the temple of Artemis. Here we are at St. John's Church in Ephesus, and we are witnessing a baptism. Tony is baptizing Patsy.
I baptize you in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Are you supposed to do that through your nose?
Okay, come on, take her down all the way down.
She doesn't, she's scared. You want to let go.
Go down.
Whoa!
Yeah, here we are, Pamukkale, getting ready for the big hike down these pools.
Hey, Patsy, where are we?
We're at Pamukkale.
Pamukkale. This is Cotton Mountain, and it's all this calcium deposits.
Who's this
where
guy
The
walking
water's
in?
fine.
hot and cold water
Look at that
mixed
scenery,
together.
beautiful.
Lukewarm
Beautiful.
water, location
Yeah.
of Laodicea.
Very nice, very nice.
One of the 7 churches in Revelation.
Yeah, is this hot or is this cold?
This water's cold up there.
Feels good though.
Kind of cooler and cooler in
Yeah.
degrees as you go down.
Hot springs and cold springs, they mix together and they are lukewarm. We are at the Roman city of Hieropolis, where people would vacation here. They're very wealthy. And this is the amphitheater. Here we are walking down the Laodicean road. God said, "You are neither hot nor cold. You are lukewarm." And here is the main city center. There are quite a lot of ruins here. I didn't think there was anything last time I was here. What do you think, Patsy? Oh, and we were just in Pamukkale, right there.
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah, what is that? Symbol of the fish, Dennis?
might be.
Might be, and here is a
There's
baptistry.
another. Look at this is like from the Crusader times. They probably came
Crusader
through here.
times across. It's either a tomb or a baptistry. But what they uncovered, these mosaics in the Laodicean church, right in this location, discovered in 2010, and they began excavating and building in that very same year. The church at Laodicea, in Revelation, God said, "You are neither hot nor cold," because of the spring waters were hot and cold and they mixed together and they were lukewarm. I don't recommend coming to Colossae. There is nothing here but a sign. This is the old city of Colossae, built on this hill just behind.
Okay, here we are at the Church of Philadelphia. Not much left here, but a few pillars. But anyway, John wrote about them in Revelation 3, verse 8, where he says, "I know your deeds. Behold, I put before you an open door which no one can shut. Because you have little power and have kept my word and have not denied me."
Here in the Church of Philadelphia, Church of Brotherly Love. The Turkish name is Alasehir. Here are the ruins of the Church of Sardis. He who has an ear, let him hear. What did they say, Dennis?
Wake up and strengthen the things that remain, which were about to die.